This week we're taking a trip to Batuu with a full episode straight from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World.
Plus the latest theme park news and more coming at you from the attraction studio at Give Kids the World Village
right now. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm Matt.
As you can see, Quinn and Lisa are not here. They unfortunately had prior obligations this week, so we are filling in for them, but there is lots to talk about. You were just at D23 this past weekend, so how did that go?
It was crazy. It's always fun, but it's always crazy. I mean, we did get in all the panels we wanted to see. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I was going to ask you about what you thought. I know you've seen it now, the Rise of Skywalker,
the new
trailer.
Yeah.
Is it a trailer or
it's a trailer.
Like a
I mean, I think it's a full trailer because it's not no behind the scenes. It's a recap, like the highlight reel of every movie up until this one, and then they have a good 45 seconds of new footage we've never seen before. So it's a full trailer.
Which who cares about any of it except the last part with Rey.
Oh my gosh. With Dark Rey. Oh my gosh.
We saw it at D23 and we couldn't film it or anything, so I had to try to memorize everything and tweet everything out that I saw. And it was I remember C-3PO had red eyes. I remember that Rey had black on and a switchblade lightsaber.
Just switch into a double lightsaber. It's insane.
A red one.
And she's in all black with a hood, and it's obviously reactions are she's probably going to be a vision or some sort of dream sequence, but we don't.
Yeah, that's
we don't know.
That's what I'm hoping. I hope they don't turn her bad. I don't think it would.
I mean, she could turn bad, and then maybe Kylo turns good and gets her back to the good side. That would be the twist. I don't know.
I don't want to see that.
I mean, who knows? We'll find out in December when the movie comes out.
What about C-3PO's red eyes?
You know what? My first thought, it reminded me of when Spider-Man goes into instant kill mode in Endgame and his eyes turn red.
That's what I was thinking too. I remember Anthony Daniels saying something about he gets to do something in this movie he's always wanted to do. So maybe laser shoot out of his eyes or something. He didn't know he could do that.
It's a Star Wars. Who knows? Anything could be possible, but I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see a lot of cosplay now of Dark Rey for sure.
Yeah.
Now, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. For about $2,000 or less, a family of 4 can enjoy a 3-night stay in a standard room at a Disney's All-Star Resort Hotel and 3-day Walt Disney World Resort theme park base tickets. To learn more about this offer and to get a free quote with no obligation, head to mousefantravel.com.
You can save up to $58 on a 4-day Disney theme park base ticket, plus get an extra day with Undercover Tourist. For more information on this offer, visit undercovertourist.com.
This News in the Queue starts off over at the D23 Expo 2019, which just took place in Anaheim last weekend.
This year's Expo brought a ton of Disney theme park news, much of it which is related to Epcot's ongoing transformation.
Over the next few years, guests will see a variety of changes like a new multi-tiered outdoor pavilion, a new Moana-themed walkthrough attraction, 2 nighttime spectacular shows, updates to Spaceship Earth, and a Mary Poppins area complete with a new attraction.
And of course, that's not all that was revealed during the parks panel. Head to our website for all the details. There's a ton of them.
There's a lot. And editing all the videos from that panel, which was just shy of 2 hours long. Epcot itself was 30 minutes of the entire presentation. Wow. There was a lot to talk about, and I feel like there's still a lot more to talk about with Epcot that they haven't shared yet.
I mean, it's going to be crazy once it's done. And we see the concept art, and you're like, I'm not sure exactly where that is. Is that going to be where Club Cool is now?
I can kind of figure it out because, in the concept art of the new center area, which Future World is no more. They've now split up Future World into 3 neighborhoods. So you have World Showcase, and that's always staying. And now the 3 other neighborhoods are going to be World, Celebration, which will be the center area with Spaceship Earth and where Club Cool and the Fountain are. You're going to have World Discovery, which is where your Test Track, Mission Space, and Guardians and Play Pavilion. And then World Nature, which will have Imagination, Land, Moana, and Living Seas, like I hadn't been that in a while. Seas with Nemo and Friends. So, yeah, it's making a world and then having 4 world neighborhoods.
Yeah, and we don't know, like the Moana, that's just going to be like a walk-through fountain.
It looks like,
area.
it could be a walk.
We're not sure exactly where that goes. How does that fit in with the seas? There's a lot of details to figure
Well, it
out
fits
later.
in with because that's the world nature. So if it's
it fits in with it, but like physically, where does it go?
Yeah. Looking at the concept art, it kind of looks like it's going where the old Great Piggy Bank Adventure, that building, that's where it looks like that's where it's going to go. And that multi-tier pavilion looks like it's going to go kind of where Club Cool is right now.
And I think where some of the lakes are now, they may get like moved or changed. And then did you see the concept art for the area that's up above, where you go up and there's a garden up on a second floor?
Yeah, on top of this pavilion. It's going to be in the center, the second floor of the pavilion will be where your new festival center will be for all of the festivals. So.
And they sit up there, you'd be able to watch the fireworks spectacular. I'm assuming that area won't hold everybody, so it's going to be...
No, it's probably going to be Disney dessert
parties
or something like that. Yeah. But there's really a lot, there's too much to even talk about right here. I would say the closest thing to open is they announced that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will open next summer. So I guess that'll kind of be the first of all these big things to come to us. Yeah. So stay tuned for all the news as more gets revealed.
Yeah, we got a little bit more news. Keeping it going with D23 Expo. New details on the Star Wars hotel.
Yes. Whatever they're going to call it.
Now. It's it's called Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yes. Now this one-of-a-kind experience will offer a 2-night itinerary where all guests will arrive and depart together, like when traveling on board a cruise. However, here you'll become part of your own unique Star Wars story.
Yeah, guests will cruise through the galaxy aboard the Halcyon. Is that it?
Halcyon.
That's your Star Cruiser, and then that Star Cruiser belongs to the
Chandrila Starline.
Chandrila Starline. These names, we'll get them. You'll stay in cabins like you would on a cruise, enjoying onboard dining, a planet-sized excursion. You can go to Black Spire Outpost and go back to the ship. You'll also be encouraged to interact with everyone from around you, from other guests to characters and crew you'll meet on the ship.
Now, every decision that you make while on board will affect your experience. So, who you talk to, where you go, and what you do.
And there's currently no opening window for the hotel. Stay tuned as we get more updates. There's also something else they haven't announced. People are like, well, on a cruise, your what you pay includes all your meals and everything. Would that work?
I think they low-key announced that because yesterday, they were filming this yesterday, they held a press conference at Galaxy's Edge, and they talked more about the Starliner. They didn't talk about a D23. And the lady, I forget her name, apologies, who's in charge of the Starliner project, she mentioned low-key that your drinks are included with your fare. So
I don't think they officially announced it, but like you said, she may have let that slip. You would think so. If it's we know it's going to be expensive.
If hearing the rumors, yeah.
But there are rumors. We don't know yet.
Yeah, there's no official price point.
But you think the food be included, but then when you go to Galaxy's Edge for an excursion, they're going to give you coupons to buy something.
I've never done a cruise, so how does that work? Like on a port day, do you get coupons?
You normally would pay for everything you bought off the ship. It's probably going to be like that here.
Yeah,
that could be. Yeah.
And at Galaxy's Edge opening, they mentioned this new type of transportation system they're going to use to take guests from this Star Cruiser to Black Spire Outpost and keep you in story. My one concern is the fact that all the windows are going to be screens looking out into space. They're going to constantly change.
In the hotel.
Right. So people who you don't want to get like cabin fever. I want to see daylight. So you
have to go to Batuu.
I guess so. It's the only way to see the sun. But yeah, I don't know.
Unless the screens are just so crystal clear that it looks like you're looking at the sun outside.
Exactly. I feel like
a sun outside.
2 days, 2 nights should be a good time frame, and really be delving that story.
I think you're supposed to be in space above Galaxy's Edge, but it said you'd move to place during your cruise.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll finally see the 3 suns of Batuu.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Now, moving over to Disney Springs, a new Cirque du Soleil show has been announced, and it's coming over to Disney Springs in spring 2020.
It's all inspired by the art of Disney animation.
This is the first time that Walt Disney Imagineering and Walt Disney Animation Studios have teamed up with Cirque to create a show.
The new untitled show will take guests into the world of animation through acrobatic performances, choreography, music, and whimsical characters that bring Disney stories to life in a new way.
Previews for this new show will start on March 20th, leading up to the premiere of the show on April 17th. This is great because I know they've always said there is going to be a new Cirque show coming ever since they closed La Nuba, but this is the first time we've actually heard details.
Yeah, it's people are going to go crazy because Cirque, and I mean they've had a relationship but never a show with characters
with Disney.
Yeah.
And Cirque is well known. They've got many different shows that they've worked with other parties. Like they have an Avatar show. I think there was a Beatles show at one time. So it's not unfamiliar for Cirque to work with other IPs, but for the Disney to do it for the first time, I think and this will be a perfect location for that.
Yeah, and we've been waiting a while, but we finally know next spring.
Next spring, not far away.
Yeah,
and
we'll get it.
The one cool detail that I heard at the D23 presentation is that the performers on stage will be interacting with brand new hand-drawn animation that they're doing for the show. So that's kind of a really cool element. I love that.
Cool. Last but certainly not least, we have updates on the many Marvel experiences coming to Disney parks over the next few years.
Starting in 2020 at Disney California Adventure and later over at Disneyland Paris, guests will soon be recruited as one of Earth's mightiest heroes at Avengers Campus.
The first new addition will be the Spider-Man themed attraction where riders will be able to sling their own webs to stop spider bots from going rogue.
Another new addition to Avengers Campus is PIM Test Kitchen, where PIM Technologies will use the latest tech to grow and shrink food.
The main attraction will be the Avengers headquarters, which will open with an all-new e-ticket attraction in Phase 2 at the Avengers Campus at California Adventure. So
Yeah.
got a while to wait for that one.
Got a while to wait for that one, and there's also going to be like a small little Doctor Strange show in one corner of the land. This is Disney's first Spider-Man, not the first Spider-Man attraction ever, but it's Disney's first
They got
Spider-Man
a lot to
attraction.
live up to.
They have a lot to live up to, which I'm going to be honest here, judging by the concept art and judging by the details, I don't think it's going to beat the Universal's at all.
I'm
it kind of
worried
looks
too.
like a Disney version of the Ninjago ride at Legoland.
Yeah, or a Buzz Lightyear, but without guns, you just use your
Yeah.
hands.
But-
I mean,
yeah.
maybe they got more up their sleeve than we know about. One of the things they had at the D23 Expo, which you'll see in a segment we filmed in a future episode, they had this wall, and you just move your hands like this, and things would move. Like you could, your hand, essentially like a touch screen, but without touching it.
Oh,
And
so
you
kind
could
of
move
like you're
things.
maybe like Doctor Strange, like doing
Yeah,
Mystic Art
kind of
thing?
like that, or you've seen in Minority Report or other movies, futuristic movies,
Oh,
where they're
yeah, where
like
they just
moving
kinda,
things
yeah.
around. Yeah,
Okay,
kind of like
okay.
that. So we think, and we asked an Imagineer, and she kind of hinted that maybe that's the technology that the Spider-Man ride will use.
I mean,
because it was really spot on. Whereas Ninjago, you're like, I want to shoot this
Right.
over here, and it shoots over there.
And
you're
it
like,
could be
"Whoa."
something, maybe it's for interactive queue at the Avengers ride.
Yeah, it could be too.
Which a lot of people have been asking, like, is Avengers only going to California? And from what I can tell, yes. The California version's only getting the Avengers attraction, whereas Paris is getting that Iron Man experience that they are changing their Walk and Roller Coaster to. So that'll be their exclusive attraction, and then California will have the Avengers.
That Avengers ride, I couldn't tell from the concept of what the technology is. It almost looked like Rise of Resistance, where you do one thing, then you get out and do another thing.
And because some of the concept art has people in Quinjets, like in rows, and then it shows concept art of them separated individually, like a Kuka arm flying through the scene. And Disney said that they're coming up with a brand new ride technology that they've never done before for this ride.
That's going to be crazy. And I want one of those huge pretzels from PIM Technologies.
It'll be at the gift shop, I'm sure. Head to a galaxy far, far away with our commemorative summer 2019 issue of Attractions Magazine. It's finally open. We take a look inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and show you all around this immersive new land. Talk to a few of the Disney cast members and Imagineers behind the creation, and even look at the Star Wars land that never was. Plus the latest news, rumors, and more packed into every issue. Get your copy and subscribe today at attractionsmagazine.com in print or digital in our app on Nook and Kindle.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to travel off planet and maybe star in your own Star Wars story?
Well, I mean, I got to do just that when I visited Star Wars Galaxy's Edge over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which is officially open today.
I hope you brought enough sunscreen. I heard they have like 3 suns.
I mean, if you look at me, I didn't. Spoiler alert. Bright suns, everyone. We are here at Disney's Hollywood Studios because the time has finally arrived. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is now open at Walt Disney World. I have been holding out from coming here. I haven't gone to any of the previews. I've seen videos, but this will be my first time experiencing this land of Black Spire Outpost and Batuu in person. I can't wait any longer. We gotta go, let's go. So we are rounding the corner from Toy Story Land. You can see how the rockwork has been carved to take people here to the planet Batuu and Black Spire Outpost. Seeing the buildings already, I'm getting a huge smile on my face. I have been a lifelong Star Wars fan. I remember seeing the original trilogy in theaters when they were re-released in the 90s. Saw 1, 2, and 3 in theaters when they were released. Of course, 7 and 8 now, 9 later this year. I'm just a huge Star Wars fanatic, and now to be here in a fully fledged Star Wars universe is pretty fantastic. Found the restrooms, or excuse me, the refreshers as they are called here on Batuu. So on the ground, you're seeing signs of both humans and droids. We've got the blue and green milk stand over here. The First Order has arrived. Boo, we don't like them, but look at that TIE echelon. That is gorgeous, oh my God. Just look at the scale of this place. Bright Suns. I love it. I've got to learn all the lingo. Bright Suns, Till the Spire, Rising Moons. Oh my gosh. Like seeing elements, like kind of things you would see on Tatooine. Same kind of design of the doors and the stairs going up. A ship just flew by. A ship just flew by. There she is. That's the Falcon, all right. Oh my God. She's right here. I'm gonna cry. Like, this is amazing. Like, I remember playing with the Falcon as a kid. I still have the model. She's breathing, like she's. Oh. This is amazing. I didn't think I would get this emotional, but this is amazing. This is so weird. It's like closer to the ground than I expected. Like, oh my God, I'm standing underneath the Millennium Falcon. You see the battle damage, the details. I can't wait to go inside and fly this thing. I think we're gonna go do that right now because I'm not waiting any longer. We gotta do this. Dude, backside of the Falcon, it just tried to start up. Chewie just tried to start it, it didn't go. I'm freaking out right now. I'm here with my friend Clint from Thrill Geek. He's going to be my co-pilot.
We're gonna do it!
Let's do it!
We're gonna pilot the Falcon!
Come in, come in! I have an opportunity for you all that is bad, dangerous. I was going to say profitable. You think I'm so heartless I would set my friends into danger?
Yeah.
You insult my honor. And believe me, I have very little honor to insult.
How about one of the engines blew up?
We'll talk later.
Oh my God. Chewie, we're home. I just had to touch it and see what it felt like. It feels so weird. You know, you watch it on video and on screens all the time, and you have an idea in your mind of how the space plays out. But now, like, you're here. I feel a little like I don't know.
Just let it out. It's okay, Bakes.
I gotta take a seat.
Take a seat.
Oh,
How's that feel?
very comfortable actually. This is pretty awesome. This is seriously really, really awesome. Like, maybe they brought this to life, and it's exactly what you see in the films. Like, there's a horde nest right there. There's where Luke used to train. This has definitely been a ship that has seen a lot of action. Yeah, that is for sure. And it's about to see a lot more because we got a mission to do for Hondo Naka. We got to go get some supplies.
All right, here goes Banks. First time piloting the Falcon.
I'm like looking into the cockpit right now. I'm just like, there's the window.
All right, here goes Banks.
Oh my God.
Sitting in the pilot
The
seat.
noises.
It's cool. You're gonna like this. Yeah, go ahead and sit down and put on your.
All right, here we go. We're signing off.
Let's do it.
Push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left. Use your stick to fly right.
All right, teamwork, man.
We got this. We got this, Clint.
Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward
Whoa.
to fly down.
Whoa, go down.
One gunner. I hope you're a good shot. Weapons are online.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, go down, 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 down.
Down.
Up.
Whoa.
Right, Clint.
Now let's go get
All right,
back to action.
let's do it.
Right pilot.
Yes.
Make the jump to light speed.
Do it,
Let's
Banks.
do it.
Do it.
Oh man, I'm so happy.
All right, here we go.
Train.
All right, let's get that coaxium, guys. Let's do it.
Those heavy ties are protecting the train. Take them out. They've locked on
Great
to
job,
us.
Gunners.
Take
Great
easy
job.
action.
Whoa, go down, go down, go down.
Whoa, no,
Whoa!
my bad. Sorry. First time.
We got it.
We go.
Whoa!
Pilot brakes.
Oh!
Okay.
Push the
All right.
buttons. I'm powering.
I got it. We got it. I just powered up the ship. That was so cool.
You see gunship.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Down, Banks,
Oh,
down, down.
I went the wrong way. Sorry.
This poor ship.
Yeah, we didn't die. Here we go. Woo!
We got him.
We got it.
Watch
All
out.
right, whoa, let me navigate.
Going to make chewing.
All right, good job, everyone. Woo! We did it.
We saw some new footage from Rise, the D23. I noticed in the footage there was a little girl with a creature standing behind her in the land. Will we see more creatures and droids inhabit the land and walk around?
You know, over time, I think we'll grow. You know, I like to say we've got more characters in this land than any land we've ever gotten, because each one of our cast members has a backstory. I don't know if you've all talked to our cast members, but I would suggest that you go to any one of them and say, how'd you get here? What's your role? What's your job? And they've all created their own stories, and they did this on their own, by the way, which I think speaks to the fact that everyone, you know, using the term cast member, everyone's always on stage. They're all kind of creating. So I think we've got more characters than we ever even dreamed of. But yeah, I think over time, you know, we'll continue to add and make things fresh, just like we do any of our parks. It's always a constantly evolving, constantly growing experience.
As a traveler, first time visiting Batuu, what should I go check out here in this city?
Oh my gosh, everything. So first thing I like to do is join the Droid Depot. My wife is a big fan of our droids here, and she loves to create those BB series droids.
Okay.
Of course, if you are looking to make some scrap metal, Savi's is going to be your best place.
Okay.
I say scrap metal because we really don't want to talk about what we're actually doing back there, because we don't know who might be listening.
All right, so we're here inside the Droid Depot. This is one of the many unique merchandise opportunities here at Galaxy's Edge. Now, can you walk me through what are guests going to do when they arrive inside?
Yes, so you're at the Droid Depot. When the guest comes here, they have an opportunity to build a BB series or an R series.
Okay.
So today we're going to have you build an R series.
All right.
And the great thing is that there's baskets here, and they kind of a blueprint of what kind of parts that you're going to need. And here it is a customizable experience, so you can pick whatever color that you want as it comes to the conveyor belt, right?
Okay.
So you'll need a canister, we will need a dome, and you'll need two types of blades.
So this is what you want, canisters?
Yes. Yep.
All right, so we need this. Let's go with the matching color
All right.
here.
I like where you're going.
Then we need,
And so you're going to need a set of legs that look like this, and then you're going to need a little separate one that looks like that.
okay, so
All right.
we'll do these right here.
All right, great. So now we're ready to go to the build station.
Okay, so we'll
I'm
take them
gonna
over
meet you
here.
there. So once you're here, so this is really where you start to build your droid.
Mm-hmm.
So you have all your parts, you have your legs, we have screwdrivers, and they're all ready for you to be able to build your droid.
Okay.
And then once you have your build droid, you've only completed the first step, because there's a second step, and that's really important, and that is to activate your droid.
Okay.
So you already have one in the activation station ready to go.
Very nice.
And once it's in here, this is where we actually want you to push the blinking red button. And by doing that, you're going to start the activation sequence that's going to bring your droid to life.
Oh, that's cool. And it tells you what it's doing, preparing.
So this is always a good time to start thinking about what you're going to name your droid, because you get to name it whatever you want to name it.
Okay, okay. And then he's starting to come to life.
He's starting to come to life. Here you go.
Classic R2 unit right there. And now
So now,
saying hello.
so now you have a fully functioning RC unit.
That
so
is
what
so cool.
You take it out of the activation station. In here you have a now remote control.
Okay.
So here is how you can control the dome.
All right.
And then this is movement.
Okay.
All right. So you can move it. You can, and this interacts with the land. So outside of this experience that you just built it, you can take it and walk around with the land with it, and it'll have interact with beeps and boops. And the great thing is you can further customize your droid. I'm going to show you a second.
Okay.
Is it has this, you can get a sound chip affiliation. So basically it's a personality chip.
Okay.
So you put it in here, there's resistance, there's smuggler, and there's first order. So if you put the resistance in here, I go over to the resistance area, I'm gonna get happy beeps and boots. But I go to the first order, I'm gonna get scared beeps and boots. So it further changes and it customizes your experience to whatever you want it to be. Every guest will get this packaging, which is great because you can also have the cut through so you can see it while it beeps and boops and moves around. Or if you still want to carry your droid like Anakin carried his droid in a backpack, we do have our Droid Depot backpack as well.
I love that. So if I were to name a droid, let's see, if an R2, say it's an R2 unit, I'm gonna go with R286. 86 representing my birth year.
Okay, I like it. So R286.
He likes it.
He loves it. He's ready to go and have a great day with you in the land.
All right, so we are here outside of Savi's workshop. Now this is where you can go in Black Spire Outpost to get all your scrap metal needs. But between you and I here, it's not just scrap metal. We're here to build our own lightsabers. Let's go.
And that's why you're here, to look ahead, to the future, to build this, a lightsaber, and take your crystal. When you have chosen your crystal, kindly place it on the green tray on the station.
And Tom is for the flavor traveler. It's going to be an open one top.
Well done.
Amazing, thank you.
Wonderful. And then this will be your
Once you've done this,
My friend,
finalize your dose, and you may place it in the host stand.
activate your sabers. Raise your sabers. You have built a lightsaber. Like the Jedi and the Sith that have come before you, you too can change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes a spark.
So how does one like yourself end up here on Batuu?
I was born here.
Okay.
I grew up up north in a place called Cirque. Nice little harsh conditions. It's about an hour away from here. And this is where I come to work, my day-to-day.
What is your day-to-day life like here on Batuu?
It's standing out here in the three suns, my friend.
I can feel the three suns, that's for sure.
So we all have different jobs. I myself am an outpost guide, so I will help guide all of the off-worlders who are traveling here to their first time to Batuu, try to find their ways to get in, whether it's in line for a Ronto roast or maybe helping Hondo over in Docking Bay 5 doing some smuggling. I mean legitimate business.
Of course. All right, so here we are in the marketplace area of Black Spire Outpost. This is where you'll be able to find various different shops, including this stand that sells some popped grains, which I'm going to try right now. Very sweet. Where I'm from, it tastes kind of like Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops, that kind of fruity taste. Very good. I would pick it up when you're here on Black Spire Outpost. Now, along with the popped grain cart, they also got some shops where you can buy creatures. You can get your merchandise with the Black Spire Outpost on it. They have got a place where you can get some clothes, the Toydarian Toy Maker where you can get some awesome toys. There's something happening up there. There's the creature stall with the really cute little creature right here. Lots to see and get here in the marketplace. And it's nice and shaded in some areas, so you want to get away from those three suns, come in here. And the Toydarian Toy Maker. You see the owner right up there making some toys. But it's very like wooden kind of representations of a lot of iconic Star Wars imagery. So you got the Falcon here, you got some stormtroopers, Vader. Look at that! What is this instrument called?
This is a clue horn.
Okay.
That song is like, oh, you travelers are like really interested in that. I'm not really sure what it's from.
I mean,
like, everyone's like super interested. Like they're always humming it and singing it. And that sort of thing.
So this is the creature stall, and there are a lot of creatures up in here. Stuff you can buy, but as well as things that are living up in here. Oh, look at this guy. There's a creature in here. It's taking a nap. You can see it's got a little porg that it loves. So of course, all over the land there are Arabesh that you can translate via a data pad on your phone with the Play Disney Parks app. Now I translated this over here. This millibike has the initials LMA. I've heard of LMA as a thing that used to be on my home planet. I wonder if it might be a nod. Black Spire Outpost, they've got a lot of merchandise opportunities here for guests to pick up a souvenir on their way back to Earth. So what is all available here?
Sure. So we have an array of merchandise available for all guests of every age that they can come here and really live their Star Wars adventure. So we're in Dockendar's Den of Antiquities. He is a collector of all things, but especially drawn to the Force-sensitive items.
I love it. There really is something for every kind of Star Wars fan here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I just wanted to point out something that I absolutely adored, and it was this ring right here from The Last Jedi, and it's a pretty accurate representation of that.
Yes. So we worked closely with Lucasfilm. We were able to view a lot of the jewelry and merchandise and apparel that you see and really bring that authenticity to our guests. So it does, depending on who's coming by, you can hide your allegiance to the Resistance or be loud and proud.
Now, one last question I wanted to talk about, specifically in here in the Den of Antiquities, there is a lot to see. So what kind of things could guests look up and find?
You know, I think some of the really neat items are all the helmets. We know that no matter if you're a part of the Resistance, the First Order, Rebels, the helmets are such an iconic piece of that history. So seeing those helmets, we have, for example, Leia's Bouche helmet that she wears in Jabba's palace when she's rescuing Han Solo. And probably one of my favorites is the Mandalorian helmet. So helmet and weapon. Doc found a way to bring that here.
All right, so we've made our way to the outskirts of Black Spire Outpost here on Batuu, and it looks like the Resistance has set up shop out here. Got an A-Wing right here. Right back there, X-Wing is parked. They've got a merchandise cart here for Resistance supplies. And then over here is where their base is. And pretty soon, later this year, we're gonna be able to go in there and help the Resistance out. This is really a beautiful area of Batuu. I love seeing the spires up in the sky there. Lots to explore and look at over here. We are right outside the entrance of Rise of the Resistance. This is where you'll board the ride starting December 5th here at Walt Disney World. But as part of the media event today, they took us inside and we got a sneak peek at two of the show scenes. Now, the first one is the load area where you're going to load onto the Resistance transport. You see Poe Dameron's X-Wing. And then we got to see the interior of the Star Destroyer. This room is huge. I look at maybe like the biggest room I've ever seen at any theme park. It is truly a life-size Star Destroyer. You see one of the TIE fighters on the wall. There's an army of stormtroopers standing there watching guard. It is so beautiful in there, so like mesmerizing and like I can't even think of the word. It's just beautiful, and I cannot wait to see the whole experience in December. You mentioned where you're from, so are there other settlements around this planet?
Oh, absolutely. So aside from Surabot, a lot of the community here comes from two other main places. Pika is a very friendly, very river community, very friendly group of people down there. And then we've got Galma. It's also a really nice place, but it's if you're into more of the seedy kind of illegal pod racing, that's where you'd want to go.
Three Suns here. I am parched. I need something to drink. We're here at the milk stand. Now this is where you can get the iconic blue milk and the green milk. So I've been very excited to try this. So let's go ahead and grab some. Hello, Bright Suns. How are we? I would like a blue and a green milk, please.
Got it.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, here we go. Blue and green milk. Let's try the new green milk first. Very thick texture. Very kind of, can't really describe that taste, but it's definitely otherworldly, that's for sure. Let's try the blue milk. So that's what this tastes like. All these years wondering. It's pretty good and definitely cold and refreshing. You're gonna need it on Batuu. Chef, tell me about the food offerings here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? Because they look very, very unique.
You entered into Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, and if you look above, we have cargo shipments coming in daily from around the galaxy.
I saw the ship on top outside.
Yeah. So the cargo comes in, we empty the contents, usually some great ingredients that we've gotten from all over the galaxy that's inspired these dishes that we have up in front here. And then the cargo pods are then emptied and put around in the dining room for the guests to sit in.
Perfectly recycled.
Right? Some breakfast items. So we start out with our overnight oats. It's kind of the lighter side of breakfast. It's oats that have been marinated overnight in almond milk. It has some fruits, some berries in there. Has some caramboya and also has some strawberry boba balls on top. Ooh. We have the Mustafarian lava roll. So we have a spiced raspberry fondant on there. We have cookie crumbles, and we have a lemon powder on there. Moving into the all day, we have our tip yip, which is one of our guest favorites.
I love that name.
We've taken it, we've fried it, and served it over mash and roasted vegetables and a green gravy. Same thing here with the kadu ribs. We've taken the ribs, we've smoked them, we added a little glaze on top of it. It's served on a blueberry cornbread and a purple cabbage slaw. Over here we have our yob shrimp. So we mix them with a little noodle salad, some crispy vegetables in there. They have a spicy but sweet vinaigrette on there. So it's delicious on a hot day here on Batuu. It's a nice light offering. We have the shack roast. So the shack roast, again, is slow braised. It has a cavatelli pasta, some mushrooms, some kale. So everything you kind of find on that forest floor, along with the grubs, which are really the cavatelli pasta. Mm-hmm. And then our plant-based dish, one of our guest favorites here. It's all plant-based. Yeah, it looks like meat, but again, it's all plant-based. Mm-hmm. It's has some spice in there, and then it's served over a chimichurri hummus with a pita. We have the oi oi puff, which is a raspberry-filled, mousse-filled puff with a passion fruit mousse on top, mm-hmm. and a raspberry sauce. Then for our chocolate lovers, we have the decadent chocolate cake with a coffee mousse and a white chocolate mousse. And they both have our moss on there, which is the matcha cake. We have some cool items for you to taste as well.
Oh, yes. Look at this.
So the blue milk, of course, the kefta plant-based meatball, mm-hmm. and our oi oi puff. And we eat here with the spork, which is native to Batuu as well.
Try this. You said this is entirely plant-based.
Plant-based. So it has a little chili powder, some cumin, mm-hmm. some garam masala in there, so it kind of gives you those spicy undertones. There's a little quinoa mixed in, as well as the vegetables that are mixed together in there.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And then that chimichurri hummus underneath just brings it all together.
Wash it down a little bit with the blue milk. There you go.
Yeah.
What mousse did you say that was?
It's a raspberry mousse in the center there.
That is delicious. And
Thank you.
Where's that one served? Is that served here as well?
Served at Docking Bay 7 as well. All these items here are served at Docking Bay 7. Mm-hmm. We have a couple over here, the Ronto roaster and the Nuna jerky, which are served over in the souk, along with Katsaka's kettle corn.
All right, so we are taking a little break right here outside of Ronto Roasters. Get out of the Three Suns. It's quite hot here on Batuu, but I want to go over a few of the hidden details you can find around the land and tributes to other attractions and Star Wars movies. So first off, talked about earlier, over in the marketplace area, you can find a mini speeder bike with, in Arabic, the letters LMA, obviously for Lights, Motors, Action, which this land sits on the former land of that attraction here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, also, you're going to find inside Doc Undar's a plethora of hidden details in there, including helmets, props, and things from various Star Wars films, and even you can find the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones is hiding in there. Now, outside of Doc's, we're still trying to confirm this one, but there is a giant broken foot outside of Doc's. We're thinking that may be from the Anubis statue at the Great Movie Ride. That would be a cool little detail. Over at the Millennium Falcon, if you look underneath the cockpit of the Falcon ship outside of the ride, you might be able to find a very small miniature Falcon hanging out. And also the trash cans that you find throughout Batuu, they have numbers on them. That number is the same number of the trash compactor from the Death Star from A New Hope. Lots of more details are around the land for you to discover when you visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now, when you're also visiting, there is a really cool way to interact with the land and the rides, and that is by using the data pad in the Play Disney Parks app. Now, I've got it downloaded and pulled up already right here. So you're gonna be able to hack certain signals throughout the land. You can scan Arabesh and translate it, and you can tune into frequencies, listen to First Order or Resistance talking to each other. You, I hear, have been in charge of a lot of the smaller details, including a lot of the creatures that we're finding around the land, correct?
Some of the creatures around the land we had our hands in, especially like when you go in the QSR, the big fish that's hanging in the QSR. That fish, we were actually loaned the molds from Lucasfilm. He was originally appeared in the Solo film. And so we built him using molds from Lucasfilm, actually. So that's one of the really cool, shows our collaboration, how great it was to work with Lucasfilm, that they would allow us to use those things.
Now, what are some of the little details? People are walking around. You see all the big set pieces, but what are some things, little things that people need to look out for?
There's there's hundreds of little things, and you'll see something different every time you come, and that's the goal. You want people to always see, in my opinion anyway, you always want to see something different. You don't want to see the same thing all the time. So like if you go in the toy shop, if you look up, look really close at Jabba's sail barge up there and all the little characters, and one of the characters happens to be Dokandar or an Ithorian. So it's almost like in my opinion, the toy shop, the Toydarian, maybe feels like they owe Dokandar a little bit, so they did a little sculpture of Dokandar up there just to make him happy and make him feel like he's part of the toy shop or something.
We absolutely have the supplies that are perfectly legal to give to denizens of Kashyyyk.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're loading the Falcon right now.
This is going to help you. This is a selection of combs.
Yes.
For Wookiee maintenance.
Exactly. Don't brush it off.
Right. No, don't.
No.
And of course the Wookiee hair oil keeps it very sleek. That's the slogan. Sleek on Kashyyyk.
All right, so it wouldn't really be a Star Wars story without the Cantina. And here at Black Spire Outpost, we have Oga's Cantina. We're inside here right now, and we're going to talk about what some of the offerings are here. So what do we got on display right next to us here?
Well, what we have here is, here at Oga's, where you can see bounty hunters, scoundrels, you name it from the course of the galaxy coming here. This is the local watering hole. And here at the watering hole, on the far left-hand side there, really one of the signature drinks that we have is our Blue Bantha. The Blue Bantha consists of, that's our blue milk. And Oga, she might be a little snarly, but she has a soft heart for cookies and milk. Just right off to the left of that is our Cliff Dweller, which is a non-alcoholic concoction. Love for you to try it.
Oh,
Here,
I love to, yeah.
As you're trying that, you'll see here with the course of our pork-inspired. It's a little tiki characteristic. We have citrus juices in there, a little bit of hibiscus grenadine, coconut. We top that off with a little ginger ale to make it nice and refreshing. Not only do we have these great concoctions that are liquid, we have a chewable cocktail that people can enjoy. And we call this Oga's Obsession.
Oga's Obsession.
Or think of it as like a provision. You think about, if you're on a freighter and you need to have a little something to eat, or you're traveling throughout the galaxy, you can have one of these provisions. And this is one that we have.
Okay.
Give that a try. There's a little bit of, we have some blueberry popping pearls down there. That's a little cotton candy gelatin on there. And then swing yourself over and grab a little bit of the flavors right there. So here on the Fuzzy Tauntaun, this is a classic of think of a fuzzy navel, which has peach and citrus like orange in there. And then just up top, that's a layered foam that brings the exactness to it. We call it the buzzy foam or the fuzzy foam right there. And it's gonna give it a few seconds or so. It's gonna kind of start to linger on the course of your palate in a numbing sensation.
Oh.
Makes it fun.
Oh. That is a very fun drink.
A little odd, as we
yeah, it's a weird feeling, especially with the popping still going on. And I'm like,
yeah,
I got so many feelings going.
You've got it all. Some other concoctions that we have. Another souvenir vessel that we have is our Yub Nub. One of my personal favorites is the Dagobah Slug Slinger. You got to have a great margarita in a cantina. Ours is called the Outer Rim, and then we have beers that have been transported in for the course of the freighters from across the galaxy. Come back early because we do have a Bloody Rancor.
This is a very unique selection that everyone of all ages will be coming here and enjoy something.
Absolutely. Travelers all ages, more than welcome to join us here at Oga's Cantina.
And of course, personally, I just want to briefly mention Rex. He DJ R3X now.
Yeah, he might not be the best starship pilot, but he crashed into the course of Batuu, and then we've had a chance then to resurrect him to becoming our great DJ.
All right, so I've had a blast here at Black Spire Outpost on Batuu. It is now open here at Walt Disney World Resort. I highly suggest everyone come out here and experience this land. Now, remember, don't tell anyone that we got a sneak peek of Rise of the Resistance, okay? I don't think that was supposed to be well-known information. What?
Did you hear Rise of the Resistance?
No, I didn't hear that.
Communicating to? Who is this?
There's no one.
No one. I'll be the judge of that. Go on. What were you saying about Resistance?
I was saying...
Please take your time.
Perhaps
a prisoner transport is what's needed.
No, I don't think.
Please.
No, I don't think this is not needed. Okay, I didn't do it. It was Hondo's fault.
MEI has a philosophy to really want to understand their clients, to understand truly what their needs are and what they're looking for.
We have a level of service that is top-notch, and we really want to do everything we can to make sure you have the best vacation possible.
MEI and MouseFan Travel is your expert source for no-fee travel planning. Visit mei-travel.com for a no-obligation quote today.
Skip the lines with undercover tourists, crowd calendars, touring plans, and mobile apps. Stop paying full price for your family vacation and visit Undercover Tours today.
Have you downloaded our free Attractions Magazine app? It features news articles, as well as every issue of our magazine available right in the app. Plus, catch up on all episodes of the show, and even view all of our online videos in one place. Download the app for free in the App Store today.
All right, we want to remind you guys we have a contest going on where you can win a stay at a vacation home, an amazing vacation home close to Disney World. That's going on for a couple more days till the end of August.
Yeah, and it's a 5-night stay, and it's you got to enter for this because I was
gonna say, just head to this episode on our. And any of this month's episodes,
yeah,
really.
On attractionsmagazine.com. Click on any of the show episodes from August. The code will be right there. And I mean, it's free to enter. I mean, you might as well. You never know if you're going to get this. It's going to be really cool. Now, this week's birthday shout-outs go out to Amy Jo Kearns, Audrey Brown Williams, Patrick Dougal, Michelle Moreno, John Frost, Mike Carr, and our proofreader, Scott Otis.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is officially open at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Celebrate this historic moment in theme park history with our special commemorative issue of Galaxy's Edge, Attractions Magazine, right here.
Inside this issue, you'll find articles, interviews, photos, and more about everything Galaxy's Edge that you won't find anywhere else.
You can pick up your copy or a brand new subscription now at attractionsmagazine.com/store.
And we want to thank MEI, MouseFan, and Universal Fan Travel, our preferred travel agent. For a free quote with no obligation, visit mei-travel.com.
And thanks to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando and California attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
Give Kids a World Village is a non-profit resort that provides week-long cost-free vacations to children with life-threatening illnesses and their families. To learn more about how you can get involved, visit gktw.org.
All right, so with the opening of Galaxy's Edge, the same day, Food and Wine has now started.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, which one's going to get the bigger crowds?
I couldn't tell you, honestly. I think both Epcot studios are going to be packed. That's for sure.
I heard, well, you guys will know by the time you watch this, but I heard Galaxy's Edge may open at 4 a.m.
You know what? I think it may open at 4, but I feel like I remember when I was walking out of Galaxy's Edge after the opening dedication on Wednesday, there were already a lot of people lined up, like hoping for a soft opening. And I heard a customer saying, "We're not a soft opening today. Come back. We're opening at 6 a.m. tomorrow."
Yeah, 6 a.m. I think is the official time, but then somebody had told me that maybe they'll open a couple hours early. I found out that the people who run the ride, those cast members, have to be there at 1 a.m.
Oh.
So I hope they're asleep.
I mean, yeah, maybe there'll be a surprise. Be like, hey, you've been waiting. Come on in. I mean, it's definitely going to be a big opening.
But Food and Wine, we saw
Yes.
us a little bit about that, and I brought you last week.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you looking
that
forward to?
donut drink I saw,
Yeah.
like that looks really, really
You have to
unique
wait.
and delicious.
Even though the Food and Wine has started, that stand isn't coming until a little bit later.
I have to wait a little
you have to
longer.
a little bit
Darn.
wait.
What they say there's a new Swiss Alps area. I want to check that out for sure.
I mean, Food and Wine, you can't go wrong. It's great every year.
You get multiple visits. I'm sure we'll be there several times this season. It's now until early November, so we got a long time.
Yep.
Now, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, visit your local attractions, try something new, stay safe, but most of all,
have fun.